So in this video, we are going to be talking about copper and how copper could potentially be more valuable to Tesla than nickel is. And in this video, we will explain and talk more about it. So I'm going to play the video and I will talk more about it after. So this is a video I came across, and this is what inspired me to make a video of, copper versus nickel. While copper could, I'm not sure what I'm gonna title the video, but copper could be more valuable to Tesla than nickel. Of course, Tesla needs nickel, but copper is needed. It's widely needed all over the place. Like everything needs a lot. There's a lot of things in this world that needs copper, not just Tesla cars. So I'm gonna play the video and I'll talk more about it.
Such as the nickel and copper, or even silver. So nickel is the main component for cathode batteries, and copper used in electric cars are 3 times more than the internal combustion engines, aka ICE. And on the side notes, nickel and copper are not just used in EVs. The use of nickels are mostly in stainless steel, and copper is used in everything electrical to infrastructures. Silver are also industrial metals that are used in like solar panels. So as metal investors, you gotta be excited for the success of Tesla and future of electric cars, because the demand for these metals will go through the roof as supply constraints and demand will overtake supply in the near future, and the metal price will become more expensive. So now let's circle back to the question of should Tesla secure some base metal supplies, specifically nickel, while it is still cheap. In fact, Tesla just secured a major lithium deal last month. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla makes some kind of deal to secure long-term nickel supply. We know that Tesla has been talking to big nickel miners such as Vale for nickel. However, if Tesla wants to secure cheap nickel supplies, which they are emphasizing to reduce battery costs, then buying from Vale will not get them discounts, because Vale does not need Tesla. They can sell their nickels to LME with full premium. So that's why I think if Tesla wants long-term supply on nickel at discounts, best way is to invest into nickel developers that needed capital to develop their mines. Another thing you guys need to remember is, aside from Tesla needs to secure nickel supplies, the major nickel producer also need to secure nickel as well, because nickel mines get depleted every year. So in order for them to replenish their nickel reserves, they will need to go out and explore for more nickel. Or another way is to take over nickel developers that have a large scale nickel projects such as FPX, CNC, or Giga Metals. So that's why I am bullish in the nickel developers right now. First, they are still undervalued, and the market does not seem to fully appreciate the projects that they have. So yeah, this is just my thoughts on the base metal market. So let me know what you guys think.
Wanted to play that because I also think it's true too that FPX, CNC, and Giga could be potentially big investments because their market cap is so small and they all produce nickel. So if they ever got a contract for a buyout, the stock could take off like a rocket, because people the world needs more nickel. Tesla needs more nickel. Electric car vehicles company needs more nickel. Nickel is very, very much needed in this world. But in this video, we're going to be talking about copper. So, according to Google research, Google search, 180 pounds of copper in every electric vehicles. That's about 45,000 tons just for Tesla. And you gotta think about Tesla right now only produce about 140,000 cars per month. I mean, not per month, per quarter. So if you think about that, when Tesla can produce millions of cars or tens of millions of cars a year, or even 20 million cars a year, that's going to be a lot of copper. 180 pounds. So if you, I already did the math here, 180 pounds times 10 million cars is 1.8 billion pounds. 1.8 billion pounds of copper a year for Tesla cars. And when that and that's just Tesla, right? There's Toyota, there's going to be a ton of other electric vehicles that are going to need copper. and copper is going to be extremely valuable in the future. And then so when I was looking around for copper companies to invest into, I ran across an interesting company called Western Copper and Gold Corporation. This company was right now has a market cap of $176 million. If we look at this low, it had 54 cents. If the market was to crash and the stock was to go back to 54 cents, that would be a huge buying opportunity. But if we just look over the course of 2 years, the stock has been trading between 57 cents to $1. So right now it is trading on a premium simply because of the prices of gold. It went as high as $1.90, pulled back a little bit. I think it's going to continue to move down to the downside. I could be wrong. At the moment, I have a zero investment in this company, but from a charting perspective, it looks like it's heading down. It's also traded on the New York Stock Exchange America. That is like a small cap American US listed company. So it's not an actual New York Stock Exchange, but it's better than the OTC. So, if you wanted to buy it on the US side, it's $1.15 right now with a market cap of $133 million. So how much copper can this company produce? Well, according to the investor relations, they can produce about 7.5 million pounds of copper in total. That's how much so far they can produce from their current mine. But they can also produce 4.5 million ounces of gold too. So not only can they produce copper, they can produce gold. It is a small market cap company, and if they ever get shovel ready, I think this thing could be worth, a couple $1 billion, maybe, I don't know, maybe $1 billion. So you can still 5-6x your money. At the moment, I don't have an investment, but I am eyeing this company, and I may potentially make a small investment just for funds to see if it can keep going up. But from a charting perspective, the stock price should keep heading down. But we'll see what happens in the near future. And then I do have a video to play about him talking about the company being shovel ready. I'll play a little bit and I'll talk more about it.
Control of, in terms of creating value for shareholders, is to have this thing as a shovel ready project. So what does that entail? Right now, that entails updating the feasibility study. The drilling's finished. So updating the feasibility study and getting the project fully permitted. And that's really what we're looking to do. Is to drive that forward exactly through that value proposition. And, this is sort of junior mining 101. That's where you create value. Is by bringing these things into a shovel ready. And this is an old project, but it was one that I followed a while ago. You look at Terrain Metals, they had Mount Milligan, a big, it ended up being $1.5 billion capital cost. They brought that project forward. They did the feasibility study. They got it permitted. And, they ended up selling that for around $500 million. Actually, our predecessor company, Western Silver, had the Penasquito deposit in Mexico. So this was, again, it's a big, low grade, in this case, silver, gold, lead, zinc project. What did they do? Feasibility study, brought it through permitting in Mexico and sold that to Glamis for $1.6 billion. That's value creation. And, that's the model that we're looking at. And what's interesting,
from what the CEO is talking about, he's saying that he's going to try to get this thing to shovel ready. And then they plan to sell it off to a big company. So this thing could be potentially worth a lot of money in the future. So this thing could be worth between $500 million to $1 billion. And right now it is worth, roughly $176 million. So you could potentially 5x your money. But if the stock price was to go down further, and if you can get this in at, you know, at $1 or lower, I would say this could be a 10x investment in the future. At least that is my opinion. Western Copper Gold Corporation is 133 million. And also, I also have what loaded up here is Western Gold financial statement. As you can see, they have about $6 million of cash, no liabilities, and their expenses is about $500,000 a year. So they don't have huge expenses. They potentially could last, you know, 2 or 3 more years before they have to raise any money by the time they get this project to shovel ready. And then after, when they get it to shovel ready, then they can sell this asset to somebody for billions of dollars, hopefully, or maybe hundreds of millions. So I'm just saying that this could be a good long-term investment, in my opinion. Of course, it can go down lower, just saying. Anyways, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.